This is day 3 of calcination. What I want to ask you is how many of the beliefs that you have are actually yours? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you believe those things? Calcination doesn't just burn away the masks, it also burns away the beliefs that are underneath them. Through our lives, most of us have thoughts that we aren't enough or that we have to earn love. Who told you those things? Was it a parent? Was it a teacher, society, or a story that you created to protect yourself? Calcination asks us to question the beliefs. Not everything that we've inherited is meant to be carried forward. One of my deepest beliefs was that I had to be enough to belong. I believed that I had to be understanding enough and compassionate enough and forgiving enough and accommodating enough. Digging into soul alchemy and Nigredo and calcination forced me to ask myself who taught me that belonging required me to abandon myself. I had to dig through years of memories and experiences. What I discovered is that no one told me these things, but that I felt these things. I was what you might call a strange child. I spent a lot of time by myself. I loved reading and I loved writing. I wore mismatched pattern clothes long before it was fashionable. I chopped my hair incredibly short and wore oversized glasses. My imagination was my favorite place to be. Kind of still is. Even as a young child, I noticed the looks and I heard the whispers. I could feel the way that the energy shifted. I started to feel ashamed of who I naturally was. It was that feeling of shame that made me abandon myself. I learned that if I wanted to belong, then I couldn't be weird. I think the parts that we're either told to hide or feel like we should hide are the parts of us that make us so beautifully unique. I want you to ask yourself, who taught me this? Is this true? If no one ever told me this, would I still believe it? Tomorrow, I'm gonna dive into the ego. What if your ego isn't your enemy?